Hello, everyone. Welcome to Tuesday, and welcome to yet another Apple event. I'm being joined again with Chaz and Dan, and we're here to watch the September 14th Apple event. It's going to focus primarily on the iPhone 13. At least that's the rumor. And there's other products that they have coming out soon, but just like they did last year, it sounds like they're going to be dividing these into multiple fall events, so we'll probably be back soon. I'm actually kind of excited about this because last year when the iPhone 12 event happened, I mean, all of us were watching because we were like, what are we getting? Because all of us got the 12. But I might get a 13 because my dad needs a new phone, and there is a chance that if the 13 is compelling enough, I could get the 13 and give my dad my 12. Maybe. So we'll find out.
Okay, so you know how 2 times ago where I said I bought more Apple bands?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Guys, I have a problem.
Dan, how many arms do you have?
I'm Vishnu. To be fair, these were only like $10 each. It's not like the $50 a piece ones, but still.
Mao very regularly asks me if I want an Apple Watch, and I'm like, not yet. She's like, what feature are you waiting on? I'm like, I don't know, but it hasn't been announced yet.
Is it holograms? I'm thinking it's holograms.
I mean, that would be compelling.
I am almost certainly not buying anything here, but it's fun to look.
So I had a year of Apple TV Plus from buying the iMac. We literally never turned it on. It just ran out, and I got the email that was like, you need to cancel or we're going to charge you $5. And I didn't do it because my parents are watching it. And I'm like, okay, they're in the middle of a show. I can't stop it now.
Once all of Foundation is out, I'll get like a month of Apple TV Plus and watch all of Foundation and season 2 of Ted Lasso in a month. And then unsubscribe again.
They are very serious about their television and movie content. Like,
yep.
Very, very serious.
They are putting money into it. There's no doubt about that.
It starts with our most popular iPad, which delivers the full iPad
there it is.
experience.
We were waiting.
I don't know why it's just with iPads that they are just allergic to model numbers. Here it is, the new iPad. They've already had a new iPad. There have been 5 new iPads over the last 10 years.
I guess they're kind of trying to treat it like the MacBooks, right? Because the MacBooks don't have model numbers. It's just you buy that year's MacBook, and now, because they used to have numbers, and now the numbers got too high.
This is just making me feel bad for the people that have to clean the sets that they decide to shoot these in.
Everything has to be very perfect.
You're up in the girders and you're like, frickin' Tim Cook, I need to clean.
I mean, they're not making her do it. Like they're.
Oh no. Yeah.
They have a crew.
Like the crew. Yeah, but I feel bad for the crew that has to do it.
We're bringing the magical center stage experience from iPad Pro to this new iPad.
This new iPad is the model this year. Hello, I'd like this new iPad, please.
Can't wait for next year's that new iPad. This is a legit problem, though, because whenever a new product comes out and they have both new and old stock in a retail store, you sometimes do not know what you're getting.
Like, Walmart doesn't know. The people in the tech department don't know what.
Like, if you want to be
generation
sure,
it is.
If you want to be sure, you have to buy it off the website.
If only they could do something like put a number on the box, like iPhone 12 or iPhone 13. But no one's ever had that idea before, so.
This iPad supports a vast array of accessories, including the thin and light smart keyboard, and third-party keyboards like Logitech's latest rugged combo with trackpad for schools.
Like Logitech's version. Don't buy that one. Buy the Apple one.
The fat and heavy dumb keyboard.
We sell a keyboard, or I guess you could waste your money. And all of the OS stuff is going to be a recap because the previous Apple event was about all the OS stuff.
Yeah. Pretty cheap.
Yeah, I mean, that's been the price of the iPad for a while.
Right, but if there was a year that you're going to justifiably bump the price of electronics,
It would have
Because-
been now.
Of limitations, yeah.
yeah,
Sure. That's
everything
reasonable.
is sold out everywhere, and you would pay twice for this, so you're going to, is
Yeah.
what a lot of companies are doing.
They should make an iPad mini, but a little smaller, and call it iPad Tiny. I think that's a great
That's
idea.
just what an iPhone is.
No,
Yeah, that's-
this would be different.
Is it like this big?
Purple, pink, starlight, and space gray.
Starlight.
And this design
Starlight. That's pale yellow is what that is. I suppose calling it weak lemonade didn't test as well. It's on the button. You've already done this.
iPad mini.
Okay,
Right, there's
but
iPad Air too.
iPad, iPad mini, iPad Air, iPad Pro.
Your iPad or
None of which have numbers.
the most mobile iPad is about to get a lot faster and
The most
even
mobile.
more versatile.
It's about to get a lot
Not-
less
not-
mobile with an Ethernet port.
So you get the same great
Has anyone had a public FaceTime
the back camera,
conversation?
Yeah, unfortunately, I've seen them.
pixels, and
Oh my god.
to capture sharp.
That sounds like the most obnoxious thing I've ever.
It is. I've seen them happen inside of restaurants, and it's fine. It doesn't
I
ruin it for
assume-
anyone.
I assume it's not with AirPods on, right? Like it's like.
It doesn't matter because even if they had AirPods on, you can hear them shouting at the screen.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've heard people do it without.
Amazing. That is just the size of the iPhone Pro Max, whatever the hell you have, isn't it?
It's like so that's the thing, right? It's bigger, but it's really not that much bigger. It's probably about to here. So like I mean, it's big. It's so big. Like you can't put it in your pocket. Like you can't put a mini in your pocket.
You
but-
couldn't put it up to your face, but
No. But they can never release a product between it because the difference is too minute.
this is probably like the work of a dozen of your fellow SCAD grads.
Yeah. But they have to animate in motion instead of After Effects.
They definitely don't use motion. Not even Apple uses motion.
Wait, so which one is this? This is the tiny or the mini?
This is the mini. The tiny is yet to
Okay.
be announced. I'm sure
Oh,
any
right.
day
Okay.
now.
We invented the tiny. Okay.
We invented the tiny.
We continue our commitment to the environment. Both of these iPad models are built with a 100%
We're giving the environment a free iPad mini.
We're tossing it into the San Francisco Bay.
Tim Cook walks into a forest, gently places an iPad mini on the forest floor, and walks away.
And everything you do on Watch, bigger and better. Introducing
The giant
the
watch.
next generation
Oh.
of Apple Watch.
Apple Watch Tiny. Oh, Dan, you might not be far off. It is a giant watch. We've partnered
This
with London
500-ton.
to replace Big Ben. Oh, I wonder if this is going to be... There was a rumor about a sports model. I wonder if this is a rumor about if this is an actual sports model.
The new Retina display on Series 7 has nearly 20% more screen area than Series 6.
Oh, that's good.
And it's an even bigger jump over Series 3.
Yeah, when are we going to get that software update?
I don't think they can do a software update to give you more pixels.
The new display
Oh.
Okay, so it's not a separate model. It's just the Series 7 is more resilient.
Midnight, Starlight, Green.
So there's
blue,
there's no...
Midnight Starlight Green.
graphite, and gold stainless steel.
There's not any, like,
Space black titanium.
headline feature for this watch because...
No, more pixels.
Nike found
Yeah, and like for what it's worth, I guess that's good. You know,
leather band,
more screen real estate.
plus an elegant new
It charges
like,
faster.
Of course, bands are a great
I mean, I have a 6, but if there were like a couple more features, I might have gotten a 7. But like, I'm just like, nah, I'm good.
If I was streaming a lot of horror games and I needed my heart rate to be on screen,
$199.
Wait, they're still selling the
You
3?
can just
then maybe.
yeah, it's pretty wild.
Watch Series
Wait.
7 starts at
You're not just shifting the 3 to 6?
They must have made so many Series 3s.
Yeah.
How far was that drive? 250 yards? Okay, getting back to my point.
No, it can't know that.
Yeah, how would it know that?
How can it know how far the ball goes?
Unless the ball has a thing in it. Do they have digital balls?
No, I think they're just...
It's like you would have to also enter in like what type of club you had.
wind speed.
Yeah, like what?
If you had a digital ball and it knew the distance from the watch, it could know that.
Yeah, well, that's not a thing.
I don't know. Do you? I don't know nothing about golf. They might got digital balls now.
You know you're levitating, right? Sorry, don't mind me. Anyway,
It's nice to know that the new Apple Watch will help you achieve levitation.
Mm-hmm.
Been waiting on that.
Feels like a big promise.
Is that the feature that you would use if you could buy? That you would buy?
Would I pay? What is it? $379 to levitate? Yeah, I would pay $379 to levitate.
As well as a place where you can improve your overall well-being.
Is the floor not? Okay, it's flat. It's the shadows. I thought the floor was like a wave, and I was like, something's wrong with that floor. It had some water damage.
Yeah, they just bought the Fitness Plus Studio at a discount after a flood.
Apple known for really trying to save some cash here and there. But you see what I mean, right? Like the shadow.
Yeah.
We wanted to make it easier for you to work out with the people who motivate you, no matter where they are in the world. So we're excited to introduce Fitness Plus group workouts.
I like the idea of group workouts, but also, I would just do jumping jacks with Mal, and then that would count.
Yeah, that feels like one of those classic Apple features that will get used by about 30 people in the entire world.
Hopefully, with us walking together, we'll feel a little more.
Okay, I'm sold on it.
Yeah, I didn't know I could go walking with Dolly Parton. Hold on, this changes a lot. I'm really curious how much fitness content they've already produced. I'm assuming it's probably a lot. Because if they're going at this with the same tenacity as Apple TV Plus, they're probably going to make a whole lot.
Streaming their favorite TV shows, playing their favorite
purple.
games.
So I think last year they divided it into two different sections for iPhone. It was iPhone and Mini, and then Pro and Pro Max, so they'll probably do the same thing. There's supposed to be some really interesting features in the Pro line this year related to video. So we'll see.
Pink, blue, midnight, starlight, and product red. On the front, the true...
I don't understand some of the fancy names and then followed by red.
Blue.
Or like blue.
Apple hasn't invented a better blue yet. They're working on it. I've been very happy with my 12 mini.
The rumor is that they're producing very, very few 13 minis because the 12 mini sold so poorly.
Well,
Really?
Yeah.
people are wrong.
The rumor is that this will be the last iPhone model with a mini.
Chaz, what would it have to be for you to upgrade to a 13 mini?
Oh, there's nothing. There's no way I'm buying a phone this year.
Peak Visor helps you navigate the outdoors to identify mountains and explore detail-rich 3D maps.
That looks like an app that I would never use, but is neat.
Yeah.
Hey, you people near the seaside and me in Indiana aren't going to use Peak Visor?
So basically, the really good camera that was on the Pro Max, because in the 12, the Pro Max was the only one that had it, is now in the iPhone 13 and mini base model, because that has the bigger sensor and then also OIS. It's good. Like, it's really good. It's actually kind of crappy because it makes me not use the other two cameras, and that's bad.
You've seen rack focus used in all your favorite films. It brings a whole new dimension to storytelling. Well,
I mean, sure.
What was over there? I'm gonna look over here. Good storytelling.
You aren't a professional filmmaker. And guess what? The movie clip you just saw was shot on iPhone.
I know. It looked like it was shot on iPhone. God, this is Rack Focus, the film. This is incredible. It's funny because there was literally a part of film class where when they're talking about rack focuses, that they're like, you can have like one. So the idea that there's an entire short that is only rack focus is very, very humorous to me. Doesn't video mode already have face autofocus? Does it not? Am I crazy? Maybe it doesn't. Maybe this is truly new for iPhone.
I just want at one of the events for them to be like, the battery, it's kind of better, but, you know.
I mean, they've
things
done
are
a
a lot
couple.
faster.
They've done a couple years where, like, with all these improvements, the battery life is still the same. Isn't that great?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have to spin it in a positive way. It would be really weird if they were like, unfortunately, the battery is not better.
Oh,
we put a cheaper battery in because we felt like it.
What are you going to do? The battery's not user replaceable.
Alex?
Like space gray, sunlight, and brown.
Let's take a look at our most pro iPhone ever.
Seems like everything's going to be about the cameras. The rumor is that the bigger sensor is going to become coming to all three cameras. And that's probably like the big update for the Pro line.
A rich, deep graphite, gorgeous gold, beautiful silver, and this all-new Sierra Blue. The Sierra Blue...
They did it!
Special blue. They were figuring it out during the program.
Wow. It's amazing.
Congratulations, Blue Team.
Yay, good job.
Few years later than the Gray Team did it, but...
And our most powerful camera features like Apple Pro RAW and 4K Dolby Vision video. And the A15 Bionic chips, new 5-core GPU, and custom display engine.
Wait, you can shoot in RAW natively?
ProRes, Pro RAW, it's for photos. You can do that on the 12s.
Okay.
There is a rumor that you'll be able to shoot ProRes video on this, but we'll see.
ProMotion is also great for apps, providing more responsive inputs, smoother graphics, and more precise gameplay. We brought in a few developers to see what they could do with it, and
really be able to see that Zapdos getting stolen.
See, I think 120 hertz display is really neat, but that is not a phone selling thing to me. Like I just don't need it.
And can magnify subjects with a minimum distance of 2 centimeters. So you can get detailed close-ups, like of this beautiful red daisy.
The macro thing is neat. But the bigger sensor didn't come to the telephoto camera, just the wide and ultra wide.
Here's Rebecca.
When tuning the iPhone camera system, we shoot and review thousands of photos.
Rebecca's been waiting right here.
Like, I was expecting like a zoom in or like a ultra wide out. It was just like, just over there.
to create a depth map that's built into the video. So you can change the depth effect, including the level of bokeh and where the focus is applied, even
Can you change it to 24 or is it
Wait a
only
minute.
30?
Sorry, Cinematic Mode just changed a lot. They said you can alter the focus after it's shot.
That's what they said.
Oh, that's very different. That's a completely different thing. Also, here's ProRes. That's neat. That's really neat.
This is a great addition for our Pro iPhone users. The 1 terabyte.
You're gonna need that with the ProRes.
Yeah, ProRes video is large.
There's gotta be just like one executive somewhere in the iPad line who just hates numbers with an undying passion.
It's over. Okay, so there's still going to have to be at least another event because for the MacBooks, but they covered the iPads and the watches with the iPhones.
Yep.
Neat.
Ooh, that frame rate, I don't like that.
So the question is, how did the event go? How was it compared to past things? None of the products had giant updates, to be honest.
Yeah, really, if anything, you as the camera guy got the most exciting anything.
Because the iPads were just like, the front-facing camera is a little better. The Apple Watch, it's
got more pixels. We crammed about 20 pixels onto it.
And if you're around dust, don't forget the dust.
Yep.
Like, that was it. That was like the only thing for those products. And like the iPhone is better, but really the base model iPhone, I got to check on the screen, but the base model iPhone got the sensor from the 12 Pro Max, and that's good. And then the Pro line, it has some video features, but even that I don't think is enough.
It's very minor here.
It's minor. It's really minor. It's the type of thing that if you didn't already have the 12, then sure, you could get the 13. If you're specifically interested in video stuff, then I would recommend it, because the price difference is almost certainly like $100 or something. It's very minor, and you should just get the 13 for the video stuff. But
I think Apple understands that people's upgrade cycles have slowed compared to where they were 5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah.
And they're making their new designs to match people's slower upgrade cycles. So I don't think they're trying to get people to upgrade every year anymore.
Yeah. I wonder about cinematic mode being released as an update for other phones, because it's clearly software, and I don't know if they'll do it.
Yeah. I don't know.
They have no reason to do it. There's nothing that would make them be like, yeah, iPhone 12 users, you can have this. So they may not do it, but I guarantee you there's nothing between the A14 and 15 that can't do it. It's just a matter of if they'll allow it.
Well, the physical stats of the camera are different. So they may have... it's not that it would be impossible, but they may have only designed it for the physical stats of the camera of the 13, and it would cost them more money to design it for the stats for the camera for the 12, so they're not going to do that.
No, that makes sense. I don't know. That was the most compelling feature because it's really interesting, but it's not practical. It's not something that I would use on a day-to-day basis. It's just neat. Mm-hmm. Being able to shoot something and then decide on the focus later is super, super cool, but it's not something like that I need. It's like I just shoot things. If you get it right the first time, you don't have to change. You don't have to change it later. Yeah. And ProRes is neat, but the amount of people watching this that knew what ProRes was is, I'm sure, extremely minimal. The amount of people that are going to buy a 13 Pro Max to use ProRes is extremely minimal. And now that I'm shooting all the vlogs in 4K 60, not being able to use the features in 4K 60 is a deal breaker too. Because like if I can't use ProRes in 4K 60, there's no point. Yeah. And I was kind of expecting the telephoto lens to get the sensor upgrade too. But like you said, if they're spacing things out, then that'll almost certainly be next year. Anyway. Yeah, there was nothing really.
Pretty minor.
It's a very minor Apple event. Anyway, if anyone's watching this and they're planning on picking up a 13, be sure to comment what the most compelling feature for you is. Or maybe it's just like, I need a new phone. This is the one that's out now, which is probably for most people.
Again, the cumulative features, if you're 4 years behind, the cumulative features from a 4-year behind phone to now are huge.
Oh, yeah.
It's just from 1 year behind, it's not very much.
Yeah, my parents have the 7. And they're actually still fine with the 7. My concern every year is I don't want Apple to suddenly drop support for the phone with the latest OS. And I know that we've got to be butting up against that wall. I don't know what iOS 15 supports, but there's a good chance that the 7 will be like, this will be the last update that the 7 gets. So that's why I'm thinking about, okay, they're probably going to need phones. But we'll see.
I mean, the SE is there.
Yeah. I forget that exists. All right, I'll look into everything and run numbers and figure out what makes the most sense for them. Anyway, Chaz and Dan, thank you for joining me.
No problem.
As
Thanks
always.
for having us.
And we'll be back very, very soon because, again, Apple's got at least one more event probably in the next month and a half, I would bet. So, if we're not too busy with Extra Life.
Yeah.
It's soon.
Maybe it'll happen around Extra Life.
The week of Extra Life. Can't wait. All right. Thanks for watching. See you next time for another Apple event.
That's not how you sign off the vlog.
Are you sure that's how I sign off every day? Thanks for coming to my Apple event.